And I guess somewhere along the line, Seth, he made a decision. He made a bold move because I guess he started looking at the condition that men were in, and he realized that he had to do something to change the plight that men were in. Amen. Seth recognized that everybody around him was putting on a front. Seth recognized that everybody around him was putting on a charade, acting like they were more than what they really were, pretending to be deified when they know that they were human beings. And Seth made a bold move, and Seth says, hey, listen, when I have my first child, I'm going to change the order. Amen. Seth has a son, and that son's name is Enosh. Somebody say Enosh. Enosh. And the name Enosh means human mortal. It means mortal man. And so what Seth now does is Seth says, hey, I've had enough of all of this fronting and all of this putting on. I got to change the order. And so Seth says, I'm going to let God know that I understand who we are. And I understand that since I am a man, I need him. I can't make it without him. I can't continue to live in this place where people are fronting and putting on and pretending, kind of like what we're living in now. Yes, right. Yes. Walking around God men. I'm God, acting like you're God. Oh my God, talking like you're God, walking like you're God, treating folk like you God. You ain't God. That's right. Seth says, I've had enough of the front. I've had enough of putting on, and it's time for man to get right with God. Yes. Yes. So Seth extends the ultimate olive branch, which was his son, and says, he's a human. And as he gave his son that name, he's letting God know, Lord, I know who we are. And as we end chapter 4, the last thing that we hear about Seth, or about the people who followed after Seth, is that man began to call on the name of the Lord. For centuries, men were driven further away from God. There was a great separation between man and God because of the attitude of man. But now, all of a sudden, one man gets a vision and a dream of man being reconciled back to God. And man began to call on God. I wonder why man began to call on God. I think it probably has something to do with the fact that they weren't hearing from God no more. Because once you go from the time that Cain began to have children until the time that Seth comes on the scene, God is nowhere to be found. Could it be that we become so stuck on ourselves and so stuck on pleasing our flesh until God says, I'm not going to have too much to do with this anymore because you don't honor me anymore? Amen. Oh yes, we honor our flesh so much. We honor the situations that we are in so much. We honor our boss more than we honor God. We honor, oh my God, our kids' schedule more than we honor God. And it's a trip. You know, I was talking to some brothers, and I almost cringed because I was listening to them, and they were talking about their schedules. And one of them said, you know, hey, I work 50-some hours a week. And then when I'm not working, my daughter has gymnastics. My other daughter is in a special program for her education, which is good. My son is playing soccer. My God, my wife is doing this. And when I'm not working on the weekend, it's just consumed with everything. I'm like, where does God fit in? Why is it that we blow God off until we need him to answer some things for us? That's right. We pick God up only when it's convenient, but when it's inconveniencing us, we drop them. God, you're cramping my style now. I can't let people know that I'm a believer, because if they know I'm a believer, they may tease me. Ah, God, I heard another brother say, hey, between all of these different practices and everything else I got to do, I just don't have time for much else. So I let my wife go to church, but I stay home. But I wonder, when sickness gets in your body, I wonder when your situation gets so bad that nobody else can do anything about it. Yes, Lord. Why are you in the prayer line now? Why are you picking up the phone saying, hey, can you pray for me? It's amazing to me that we live in a society that wants God to always take notice of us when we have a need. That's right. But we never take notice of him when things are rolling good. That's right. That's right. Amen. Yes. Lord, take notice of me, Father. I'm at the altar, God. Do something for me, God. Bless me, God. Lift me up, God. Bring me out, God. Establish some things in my life, God. Yes. But what happens when you get what you want? Do you just drop them? Or do you continue to plug into him? Because I'm not only in this thing for stuff. Yes, I need some stuff, man. We all need some stuff. Let's be real. Yes. We're human beings. We need things to make it. We need money. We need a place to stay. We need something to wear. We need things to eat. Hey, man, I like your sweater. It look good on you, man. God bless you with it. But at the same time, what I need more than that, in addition to that, is him. Somebody asked me, hey, man, what are you fasting for? Because I know people that it's either usually something financial, something something in their health, something that they may need, something they want God to do. What you fasting for? I said, I'm fasting because I need him. Amen. Is that a good enough reason to fast? Amen. Just because I need him. I need his presence in my life. I need him speaking to me. I need him dealing with me. I need to connect with him. That's what I'm in this thing for. I stop. Let me tell y'all something, man. You can be broke as a joke today, and a month from now have money in the bank. Because I'm going to tell you something. Stuff comes and goes. That's right. Comes and goes, man. Huh? Come on. You can have a boatload of friends around you one day, and then got a friend that's sticking close to a brother next week. That's right. Because people come and go. Oh, I value people, and I love people, and I want people to be around me, and I want to touch people, I want to hug them, and I want to bless them, and I want to do things in their life, and I want them to do things in my life. But let's be real about it. You can be here next week, gone tomorrow. That's right. But the one joker, the one somebody that you can't afford to live without is God. That's right. And so now, as we begin to transition, we find here that Seth has passed on. Seth had a vision of getting man back to God. After his daddy fell, after his mama fell, Seth had a vision of getting man back to God. But now, here's the problem. Seth don't know how to do it. Seth don't know how to do it. I mean, who can he talk to? His mama and daddy made the biggest mistake in the history of mankind. His brother and his family over there acting a fool. He can't talk to them. Who does he go to when he needs someone who can point him in the direction of God, and he doesn't know how to do it? He don't belong to a certain church organization. Oh, God. He doesn't have a certain history. His mama wasn't a missionary. She messed up. His dad